All right, we are back. No opening music tonight because I was too lazy to put it up. But we are back with your weekly offensive with a special broadcast on a Thursday. Or actually, technically, it is Friday, so.
Ooh, spooky.
Woohoo! Sexy. But, how are you doing tonight, Hoopty?
I'm not unwell. I got some updates. Like, my back doesn't hurt quite as much as it was on Monday.
No.
Like, I woke up Tuesday morning, and instead of it taking like 5 minutes for me to actually be able to sit up and get out of bed, I was like, just like that. I was up and out of bed. Like, it still hurts a little bit, but nowhere near as much as it was.
Oh, it just sounds like you just have old age kicking in, so.
Yeah, that's a good possibility.
All right, we already have likes to the post, but then again, that is Hoopty that is liking it and sharing it, as always. So, I will say, I'm going to go ahead. Well, first off, actually, we do have another good update. We were talking earlier in the week about the Arizona bill, and that bill has been vetoed.
Vetoed.
So, congratulations.
And not because it's morally reprehensible and encourages open discrimination against gay people. It's mainly because the people realize that it can be used to discriminate against the people that wrote it as well.
Exactly.
Because they're a bunch of fucking morons.
Right? And I will say also, I was listening to Macklemore today, and I have found out that I do love a lot of Macklemore's music today. The stuff that isn't really like dumb, the stuff that's actually about shit. My two favorite songs by him is "Same Love" and "Other Side."
I like the bass line in "Same Love."
Yes. You know, I did not realize. I thought the chick that sang like the chorus to it.
Yeah.
I thought she was. She sounds like she was a black chick. I didn't know she was white.
Nope, she's just a big fat lesbian.
Yeah, but I will say the song is really good, and I posted the lyrics to one part of the song that I thought was like the most powerful part of the song. And of course, I got a few likes to it, which I wasn't caring about likes, but I like the one guy's responses, and I kind of retorted it. I don't know if it came across the way I wanted it to, but he was like, you know, it's not that the word gay is used as a hurtful word. It's just how we talk and all this. You know, that's gay, blah 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 blah. And he was talking about being Buddhist and how people wear the Buddhist shirts and rub my belly for good luck and all this. And I was like, whoa, it's not that it's not politically correct to say it, because I'm not going to say that I don't say gay. But it's like popping off and saying the N-word. I'm not going to pop that word out because we'll get marked for racial profiling.
Yeah, we won't be on iHeartRadio. iHeartRadio.
iHeartRadio. But no, it's like just basically that. It's people are using it more commonly than what it used to be used. But they don't understand how hurtful the word is to certain people because of what the word... I mean, the word itself is not... It just means an ignorant person. But what was the word... What do people associate the word with? And it's not that it's about... that it should be... It's not that we should take it out of the language, but you got to understand how much it affects people.
I actually recently had a debate with somebody from... I think it's North Carolina that still has like the Confederate flag as their state flag.
It's Georgia.
It might be South Carolina. It's one of them southern states.
I think it's Georgia.
Yeah, it might be. But they were like, "Oh, it's not racist. It's history. It was about. It was a symbol of states wanting the right to govern themselves. Blah blah blah, so on and so forth." But my argument with them is, well, you could say the same thing about the swastika flag. It was actually about Germany taking back land and rights that were stolen from them in the Treaty of Versailles. But because of the highly racial and reprehensible things that were done underneath that flag, nobody wants to be associated with it anymore. So if the Ku Klux Klan is using the Confederate rebel flag as their symbol, why would you ever even want to be associated with that?
right?
Yeah, that might not have been what it started off as meaning, but they adopted it. So why would you want to be associated with that at all?
Well, you also have people that think it's just they take the Confederate flag and just say, "Oh, it's just for me. It's a rebellious symbol." Yes, it's a rebellious symbol, but again, like you said, what if it's like the swastika? It was not whenever the swastika.
Yeah, the swastika is, it was like a Native Americans used it. I know Tibetan monks used to use it. It was a symbol that represented the four elements: earth, water, fire, air. But guess what? Those groups don't even use it anymore because of Hitler.
Yeah.
And they used it fucking years before Hitler was even born. But they don't use it anymore.
Yeah, well, again, it's just, and that's the sad thing is you got all these. It's symbology is a wonderful thing to get into. I think I used the word right? Is that the word it is? Symbology.
Yes, oh, yeah, something like that. However the fuck you pronounce it, I know what
The
you're
study of symbols. Sorry if I
Yeah.
say it wrong, but I mean it's a neat thing to get into to find out the stuff that people think is wrong and all this what it actually originated from.
Right. And then when you start looking into that, you actually get to learn a good bit about the background of where a lot of beliefs actually originated from.
Oh yeah,
Which I'm not going to get into it very much, but a lot of Christianity is based off of paganism.
well, yeah, in a way yes, in a way yes, in a way no, but again we don't.
Yes.
Again, we don't get into that conversation here. Unless I feel like putting Hoopty up against somebody and I just hit the mute key on my side, just let him go.
Whatever, they'll lose.
Well, I have a few people.
It would be like Bill Nye versus Ken Ham.
I don't know. I have a few people that say that they could take you on.
No, they can't.
That's
It would
what
be
they.
like Bill Nye versus Ken Ham.
Shit.
The only unfair part about it would be is they get to use their imagination and I have to rely on facts.
Oh, but I did, as I told you, Hoopty, I'm going to tell everybody else. I actually got somebody else into watching the following, which I feel is a win in my book.
Right?
Oh, did you ever watch Heroes?
No, I never seen Heroes, but I've seen they're gonna start it back up.
Yes, but they're not going to start it back up from where it left off. They're basically doing a whole different storyline. So.
Oh, that's cool. I don't know if Drew Bainey, he used to tell me about it all the time. Told me I'd probably really like it, which from the sounds of it, I probably would, but
well,
just never.
I started it, but never finished it because after I found out how it ended, I didn't find out how it ended exactly, but how they just stopped it. I was like, why should I finish watching it then? It's like going to watch Firefly. Oh, it's kind of like watching Firefly.
Oh yeah, Firefly was fucking awesome.
I never watched Firefly.
Yeah, that was cool. That show. You ever watch Farscape too?
No, I've never watched Farscape.
Oh, Farscape was pretty fucking cool, man.
No, but you're talking about The Sopranos. I will tell you, I have never watched. I watched one episode of the Sopranos. I was trying to start getting into it, and I was watching. It was VH1 one day. The most epic endings of TV shows, and they showed how The Sopranos ended, and I was like, "What the
dude.
fuck?"
I'm still pissed off about that.
Well, they said it left so many things unanswered.
Well, dude, like when it happened live, I actually called a friend of mine that also watches The Sopranos because we both thought the fucking cable went out.
Yeah.
We're like, what the fuck happened? And then we find out the next day, no, that's how it really fucking ended.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Motherfucker, I'm pissed.
Oh, I would have been too.
And the worst part is, I only ever watched the last 2 seasons of The Sopranos. And it pissed me off that much. I could only imagine the people that watched the entire fucking series.
Right? That went on for how many seasons?
I think like 6 or 8, one of the two. I'm gonna say 6, I think.
Yeah. I mean, I would have been pissed.
I can find out. I can look it up on my on-demand.
Well, I was going to say, we have the internet at our fingertips, so.
Yeah, we do. But I got on-demand, I can look it up real quick.
I mean, it looked like it was a promising show, too. I just never got into it.
Yeah, like I said, just the last 2 seasons that I watched, it was fucking awesome.
Well, I mean, to me, I just looked at it and I was like, ah, it's The Godfather in a TV show.
Yeah, yeah. Where the hell's it on? What the fuck?
I'll beat you to it. I'll just Google it.
Yeah, nobody likes to show off, man. So, what the hell else is stuff? I don't know. Paul Walker was a shitty ass.
Yeah, who was?
He was. Like, me and my boss were talking about
6
him
seasons, by the way.
6?
Yeah.
Okay.
6
Me and
years
my
of a
boss
show
were talking
just.
about Paul Walker today, and he was a horrible fucking actor.
I could probably say only one movie I really cared for him in.
You're gonna say the Skulls, huh?
What?
Are you gonna say the Skulls?
No. Running
Is
Scare.
that what?
Running Scare.
Never seen.
Didn't figure you would because you don't like Paul Walker.
No.
But see, the difference between me and you is even if I don't like him, I'll still watch a movie.
Yeah, but like, I don't like him. I didn't like him because he couldn't fucking act. Like, if you watch any of his movies, he can't act. He acts the exact same way in every fucking movie.
So in other words, he was Keanu Reeves.
Yeah, yeah. Like, Keanu Reeves can't fucking act. Well, the only role that he's ever played that's different than everything else he's done is Bill and Ted.
No, it was kind of like the Matrix was kind of like Bill and Ted.
No, he wasn't. Yeah. The Matrix wasn't anything like how he acted in Bill and Ted.
Well, you know, there was a big question with the Super Bowl whenever they showed the commercial with Lawrence Fishburne, whether they were hinting at making another Matrix movie.
Nah, they're not. Which that kind of pissed me off too with having Morpheus in that fucking commercial. The whole point of the Matrix is that you're being fooled and by like commercialism and all that bullshit, and then they go and put him in a fucking commercial. That's a bunch of fucking bullshit.
Yeah. Well, what's our society, man? Everything's fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
Holy crap. Mila Kunis is off the market.
Yeah, that's what I heard. She didn't accept my proposal. That was fucking bitch.
Did you see who she accepted a proposal from?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they've been dating for a while, man.
Well, I mean, look at him. He got all sorts of... He got all the good ones.
Right? Motherfucking ass. And he's a bit of a shitty actor, too.
And no, we're not talking about Charlie Sheen. Which that would have actually been epic if Mila Kunis got with Charlie Sheen.
Fuck yeah, dude. I mean, Charlie Sheen's already like a walking god on Earth, and that would have just...
Did you hear where they're talking about bringing him back on the 2.5 Men?
Good, because it fucking sucks now. Ever since Ashton Kutcher just got on it, that show fucking sucks.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's because that show was written for Charlie Sheen, I believe. Nobody else could outplay Charlie Sheen in that role. Well, I could think of one person that could do it about as good as him, but it probably still wouldn't be any good. Jeff Bridges. I could see him pulling it off because he can act.
Yeah, but the only problem with that is basically all he'd be playing on that show is the dude.
Well, that would make it even better.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, the dude is... Well, he's the dude. But yeah, me and my boss, we were talking about like actors today and like who all we think shitty, and then the ones that they're actually really good actors. Like Vin Diesel's a fucking horrible actor. That motherfucker can't act for shit.
The only thing I liked him in was Riddick.
Yeah, but if you watch like any of his other fucking movies, he pretty much acts the exact same way in all of them.
Yeah.
Then but we were saying like Kevin Spacey, fucking Brad Pitt's a fucking good actor.
Yeah, Brad Pitt. I mean, he's a pretty boy, but he actually moved away from his pretty boy.
Well, which also reminded me of something I read in the Maxim magazine one time. I forget what the fuck the list was, but one of the things on the list said it is okay for a guy to like all of Brad Pitt's movies, but it is not okay for a guy to own all of Brad Pitt's movies.
I will say one of the ones I did own and I really wish it never got stolen from me was Fight Club.
Yeah, that's fucking awesome movie. You know, I never knew that was a book before it was a movie.
Yeah, and the book actually teaches you how to make the plastic explosives.
Yeah, so
It's actually banned. It's hard to find that book.
yeah.
Well, let me ask you a question. What are your feelings on Leonardo DiCaprio?
I can't say I've ever seen a movie that he's been in that I don't like.
I can say if some of his earlier movies I didn't like.
Like,
Titanic.
I never seen What's Eating Gilbert Grape. I never seen like there was a good many of his movies I haven't seen, but what I have seen of them.
Can I tell you a fun fact about What's Eating Gilbert Grape? I believe that was his first. No, The Basketball Diaries was his first movie. I think it's one of those two was his first movies, and whenever he never got nominated. I mean, he never won an Oscar for it. But whenever he showed up, everybody was surprised that he wasn't retarded.
Yeah,
because they thought they thought he was.
You actually could turn on Comedy Central right now. The show at midnight just started.
I don't. Sheena's watching for karaoke, so I can't change it.
Can you, Sheena?
But yeah, I mean, I didn't like Titanic. I'm just gonna say that I didn't like Titanic.
I didn't mind it. I mean, yeah, it's a chick flick, but it was all right.
I will say, over the years, he's progressed a lot in his acting career.
Right.
Inception was probably my favorite movie he's ever done.
Yeah, that's my favorite movie of his. And then Catch Me If You Can. That's a pretty fucking cool ass movie.
Yeah, him and Tom Hanks. Well, he had Tom Hanks. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Name a movie by Tom Hanks you don't like.
Terminal.
I never watched it, so I can't tell you.
Yeah, that movie it's stupid.
I'll tell you one, I like it, but then again, I didn't like it, was Philadelphia.
I think I've only ever seen that once.
I've only ever seen it once. But it was one of those I like it, but didn't like it. I want to see his newest one, Captain Phillips.
Yeah, that one's pretty cool.
That's good.
Then, who else did we say?
I mean, motherfucker, he was Woody in Toy Story.
Yeah. But Edward Norton, he's a good fucking actor.
Tim Allen, I don't think he can act.
No.
Because he's the same every time. A male chauvinist.
Yeah, same every movie.
He's a male chauvinist is all he really is.
Somebody else said, like, you wouldn't really think he's not like a serious actor, but the motherfucker can act. He can play multiple roles. Ben Stiller.
Yes.
Eddie Murphy, obviously, for the same reason.
I can't really say I've ever seen Eddie Murphy do a serious role. Well, I could say he did a serious role, but the movie was still funny as Harlem Nights.
Never seen it.
If you haven't seen it, I think you would enjoy that movie. 50s, basically set in like the 20s or 50s, anywhere between the 20s and 50s, and it's gangsters. It's fucking hilarious. Red Fox, Arsenio Hall. What was the black comedian that caught himself on stage?
Richard Pryor?
Yes, he's in it. And then Eddie Murphy's, brother or cousin? Charlie Murphy?
Charlie Murphy.
Yeah.
His brother.
Yeah, I can't even remember what he is, because he's not as big of an actor as Eddie Murphy is.
Yeah, the only thing anybody knows Charlie Murphy from is the Chappelle Show.
I know him from Harlem Nights. And I will say, I never heard of the movie until I worked for Walmart the first time, and I had a manager reenact one whole fucking scene from this movie while he was while we were like cleaning a cooler, and it was I think the funniest part is he didn't just say every word of it; he acted it out, and I had to go that day and go get the movie, and Sheena's hated me ever since.
What's that?
Harlem Nights.
Oh.
Because there's one part that I'm just gonna say this is what got me onto it is Eddie Murphy walks out of this hotel and walks into this hotel room and the guy's dead and he walks out real fast and these gangsters walk up and they find the guy dead and they just seen Eddie Murphy leave and they're chasing him and it was Charlie Murphy was in the back of the vehicle with a Tommy gun holding it up and he's like bawling his eyes out. He's like, that motherfucker quick, he killed my brother, he killed that motherfucker, killing him. And the guy driving hits another car and Charlie Murphy's gun goes forward and he pulls the trigger and like blows the other dude in the passenger seat, blows him to fucking smithereens with this fucking Tommy gun. And he's like, oh my god, are you dead? You okay? You okay, buddy? Oh my god, he killed me! He made me kill this motherfucker! Oh my god! And it was like the funniest fucking scene of this whole goddamn movie.
I don't know, hearing you do that voice is actually kind of funny.
Well, that's how Charlie Murphy sounded the whole time. He just sit there going, like the beginning of the movie. This little kid shoots a guy in the head, and he's like, and Richard Pryor's like, "I'm gonna take you home to your daddy." And he's like, the kid's like, "My daddy dead. What about your mama? My mama dead." Well, how did they die? I don't know, but they dead. And it's the kid's just holding a fucking gun in his hand. He's like, yeah, well, let me just take that gun from you, and you can stay at my house for the night as long as you promise not to touch anything that can kill me. Anyways, go ahead. I'm sorry, I stole your thunder.
Oh, that's okay. I'm just trying to think of who else we said. Oh, Tobey Maguire. He's a shitty fucking actor.
Yeah. I think the only movie I liked him in was Seabiscuit.
I never seen that movie.
It's alright, but... Or Pleasantville was okay.
Yeah, Pleasantville was alright.
But yeah,
I forgot in that.
Jeff Daniels was in it. I think that's the reason I watched it.
Yeah, Jeff Daniels is fucking pretty good.
And what was the chick's name? Reese Witherspoon.
Yeah, back when she was kind of chunky and hot.
Right?
Then she got all skinny, and I don't think she was quite as attractive when she got skinny.
Oh, I do have a question for you while you're thinking. Have you seen the trailer for the Guardians of the Galaxy?
I have.
Are you going to watch it even though it has Vin Diesel in it?
Yeah, but he only says one line in the whole fucking movie.
Really? I did not know that.
Yeah. His character really can't speak. Mm. The only line he says is, I am Groot.
Mm. Well, I have a question, because I know you saw the preview. You've watched wrestling, right?
Watched what?
Wrestling?
Oh, yeah, WWE and shit.
Yeah, do you know who Batista is?
I do.
Is Batista in this movie?
He is. It was, he started wrestling, like, after I started, like, stopped watching that bullshit, but I know who he is. He's in it.
I saw it, and I was like, that looks like him, and she was like, I don't think it's him. I was like, okay. But I will say the part of the preview that I did like, and I'm going to show it to you, Hoopty, is whenever, what is it, Lone Star?
Yeah.
Whenever he's sitting there, like, doing this. And it's coming up. It's like...
oh, no. It's not Lone Star. It's
Star-Lord.
Yeah, Star-Lord.
I'm thinking...
I kind of feel embarrassed that I couldn't think of that off the top of my head.
I was watching Spaceball, so that's why I was thinking Lone Star. Whenever he was sitting there doing the whole crank with his hand, and it's like... And the words on the screen are like... obscenity coming, and then he flips him off. He's like, oh, shit, I never knew this was going to do that.
I don't know how this machine works.
I like rolled and I was reading their comments on this and everybody's like, oh, this is going to be a shitty movie. It looks just like it's going to be funny. And then someone's like, have you never read
Guardians of the Galaxy?
They're like, it's basically humor.
Yeah.
I want Bradley Cooper as
Rocket.
Yes. I'm sorry, it looks fucking amazing. Oh,
yeah, I'm pretty excited to see it.
And then it's got John C. Reilly in it.
Yeah.
I don't know. If it flops, I'm gonna be really highly upset.
Oh, it won't. But what the hell? Yeah, I stopped watching like WWF or E or whatever the fuck we gotta call it now. Right after they bought WCW,
I mean, I've watched it on and off, but
because I preferred WCW.
well, everybody did. WCW's where all the greats came from.
All right.
I mean, I was actually watching something the other day, and I seen Diamond Dallas Page. I don't know if you've ever seen the show Shark Tank.
Nah.
Diamond Dallas Page came on there to I don't know why he would have to need to get these billionaire companies to invest in something he's done. If he should, I would figure he has money.
Is it for his yoga?
Yeah, DDP Yoga.
Yeah, I don't know if you know Bubba Brewer or Ken Brewer is his real name.
Yeah,
He used to work at TRG a while ago, but he does like local wrestling shows.
mm-hmm.
He got DDP's yoga.
Are you laughing because it's funny, or
I'm laughing because I'm having a hard time envisioning Bubba doing yoga.
well,
Like if you knew Bubba, he's a big dude. Like well here I'll send you a link to his Facebook page so you can check him out.
well, did you hear about the one guy that did the DDP Yoga? He was like and there's actually a video. I've seen the whole thing about it. The guy that was in he was told he was never going to be able to walk again without the monkey crutches,
Yeah.
and he was like desperate to do anything, and he found he found out what DDP was doing and tried it, and now he's basically can do almost everything again.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
It was actually pretty neat because he's an older guy. Well, I can't see him because his pictures are not viewable.
Yeah, his picture's Darth Vader. You have to be friends with him to go through his profile pictures, huh?
I don't know. It's freezing every time I try to click on his pictures. Is he a really big guy?
Yeah, he's pretty big.
Yeah, I have to.
Like I don't know if you know Dan Stokowski.
No.
Well, you know Whack-A-Monkey, right?
Yeah.
He's bigger than Whack-A-Monkey.
Whack? Oh wait.
Not that Whack-A-Monkey.
Wait. I can kind of see a picture.
Big.
He looks like the Big Show.
Yeah, kinda. He's not quite that big, but yeah. Yeah, he's
But I
a
mean,
pretty big guy.
I mean, just his face, he looks like the Big Show. I'm guessing he's a big comic book nerd.
Yeah, yeah.
Just because I could see some of his pictures. Oh, well, you up for a second round of the show? We got about a minute left here.
Yeah, I suppose I could do a second round. Although I am waiting to watch Vikings. That season 2 premiered tonight.
I never watched the first season, so.
Ah, dude, man, it's really cool.
Well,
We'll talk about it on the second show.
Well, let me ask you: are you going to be in the show? Because we know you're a Viking.
I am. Me and Jake Sipple.
All right, everybody. We will be back for a second part of the show. Please hang in tight.